Tupac Shakur, the voice of a generation. Tupac Amaru Shakur, also known as Tupac, remains an iconic figure in the realm of hip-hop and a cultural symbol of artistic expression and social commentary. Born on June 16, 1971, in East Harlem, New York City, Tupac's life was tragically cut short on September 13, 1996, but his impact continues to resonate to this day. Through his powerful lyrics, captivating performances, and unyielding activism, Tupac emerged as the voice of a generation, addressing issues of social inequality, racial injustice, and the harsh realities of urban life. Tupac's upbringing was deeply influential in shaping his worldview and artistic expression. Raised by his mother, Afeni Shakur, a prominent Black Panther activist, he witnessed firsthand the struggle for civil rights and the systemic injustices faced by marginalized communities. These early experiences planted the seeds for his later artistic and political endeavors. Tupac's lyrical prowess was unparalleled, as he seamlessly blended poetic storytelling with raw emotion. His lyrics were filled with vivid imagery, social commentary, and introspective narratives. In songs like Changes, he examined the plight of African Americans and called for unity, urging individuals to reflect on their own actions and strive for positive change. His words resonated with people from all walks of life, giving voice to the unheard and marginalized. Beyond his musical contributions, Tupac utilized his platform to shed light on pressing social issues. He fearlessly tackled topics such as police brutality, poverty, and the flawed criminal justice system. He believed in using his fame to advocate for the voiceless and fought against the racial profiling and harassment faced by communities of color. Tupac's activism went beyond the recording studio. He actively participated in community outreach programs, donated to charities, and organized events to promote education and empowerment.
Watch what Tupac said when he was alive about Jesus Christ. This is mind-blowing.
I prayed to God every night. I still do that. I just wanted, I wanted God to know that even though I was going through the worst of times, I still recognized it as being something greater than myself. And that I'm not going to give up my faith just because it's going bad for me. Because he was there when I was living good. So I just want him to know that, that I'm not no punk, I'm not soft-hearted, that when it gets bad, I'm going to be like, oh, I don't believe in God no more. I believe in God all the time, every day, all day. Good and bad, rough and hard, 5 shots, jail time, everything, good time, $1 million, Benzes, all that. I always believe in God because he gave it all to me.
But wow, that was very powerful what he said, that he wasn't going to lose his faith even though he was going through bad times. Some of us Christians, it's like we're going through something tough and it's like we're tempted to lose our faith. Don't ever give up. Like and subscribe for more.
Tupac Shakur, known as Tupac, was a legendary rapper, actor, and activist. Born in 1971, his upbringing in a politically active family influenced his worldview. After joining Digital Underground, he released his debut album in 1991, addressing social issues. His subsequent albums like Me Against the World and All Eyes on Me showcased his introspective lyrics and passionate delivery, resonating with marginalized communities. Tupac faced legal troubles and controversies, but his supporters believed he was targeted for his outspokenness. Tragically, he was shot in 1996 and died at age 25, leaving his murder unsolved. Despite his short life, Tupac sold over 75 million records and became an influential figure in music. His posthumous releases and biopic further solidified his impact. Tupac's legacy endures, inspiring generations with his authenticity, compassion, and commitment to social justice.
Here's 10 facts you didn't know about Tupac. Tupac was actually born in New York. Tupac's real name is Lazane Parrish Crook. Tupac tried selling drugs when he was younger, but he kept letting people slide, and the dude had fronted him was like, "Hey man, give me my drugs back." Tupac was actually a ballet dancer. He studied ballet for 3 years. Tupac used to hump blow-up dolls on stage when he was with Digital Underground. Tupac wrote over 100 poems in his life, and he would disguise himself as different inanimate objects in the poem, like a rose or a heart or a spirit. Tupac expressed that he was scared to have children because he didn't want to bring a black child into America. Tupac Amaru actually means shining serpent, and it was the name of a Spanish revolutionary. Tupac lived in Oakland the majority of his life. Tupac had a tattoo of Queen Nefertiti on his chest. Bonus fact, Tupac's mother, Afeni Shakur, was actually in prison for a car bombing while she was pregnant with him. He was cultivated in prison. My boy ate prison food as a fetus. You think you gangster? Top that. Let me know in the comments which ones y'all knew.
What did Tupac say before he died? 6 days before his death, on September 13th, 1996, rapper Tupac Shakur attended the Bruce Seldon vs. Mike Tyson boxing match with music producer Suge Knight at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. Afterward, in the lobby hotel, surveillance footage captured Tupac and his entourage assaulting Orlando Anderson, a Southside Compton Crip who attempted to rob them earlier in the year, before leaving the casino. Stopped at a red light on East Flamingo Road and Koval Lane, a white four-door late-model Cadillac sedan pulled up to the passenger side, and an occupant rapidly fired into the car. Shakur was struck 4 times, once in the arm, once in the thigh, and twice in the chest, with one bullet entering his right lung. Las Vegas PD officer Chris Carroll was the first responder that pulled Tupac from the car. Tupac was awake but barely moving, his gold necklace all covered in blood. "Who shot you?" Tupac looked at me and he took a breath to get the words out and he opened his mouth, Carroll said. And then the words came out, "Fuck you."
Okay, my name is Tupac Shakur and I attend Tamalpais High School and I'm 17 years old.
Do you like being 17?
It's like 17 is such a weird age. It's such a in the middle age. You're not 18 yet and you're older than 16. So. But I like it. It's nice. It's like a learning stage for me.
Do you wish you could be 18 and when you get some more rights?
Well, 18 will bring lots of responsibilities that I don't want, but it'll bring respect that I feel like that's the only way I can get it. You know, I try to be as mature as I can be and demand it wherever I can get it. But 18 is like, you're an adult. You like today when I had to sign the release form, I felt so bad because I couldn't sign it myself. I had to go and get my mother's and all that. But 18 is, it's just society's way of saying that you're ready. But 17, like I think I'm ready now, as ready as I'm gonna be in this world. But so it's okay. I guess 17 is all right.
Right. Well, how do you think you're most like your mom?
I'm most like my mom because I'm arrogant. Totally arrogant. I agree. I have to say it. Like at work, I can't hold a job. I just quit my job today, actually, because I wanted to come and do this. And they wouldn't let me. And I felt like it was important, and it was more important than serving pizza. And we had enough people, so I felt like since I'm an actor, they should understand. They should have let me do it, but they didn't. And then I had a cold, so they were making me work in a freezer. And I'm really not one to be disrespected, and I felt like that was disrespectful because I asked to go, you know. So I quit, and he told me I couldn't quit, and that even made me hyper. I'm arrogant, so when he told me I couldn't quit and we had all these customers, I chose that time to jump on a soapbox, grab my leather jacket, light a cigarette in front of him, smoke, and leave in the middle of a rush. So that was natural. That's arrogance at the top. That's what I think I'm most like my mother. And she likes it. She'll see it in me and know it. And we clash a lot because I'm arrogant, she's arrogant. And you should see us when we get in our little attitude moves.
A viral tweet on Twitter would break the internet as it just stated, "I've been quiet for too long. First month of 2024, I'll be announcing what's really going on with Tupac Shakur," as a rapper compared the truth behind his alleged passing to evidence of him being alive, as the results of comparing both of them is very interesting, as an interview from Suge Knight would make a convincing case towards Tupac still being here. Tupac was apparently doing fine in the hospital before his passing, where Suge Knight would state, "When I left that hospital, me and Pac were laughing and joking, so I don't see how someone can turn from doing well to doing bad."
I mean, when I left that hospital, me and Pac was laughing and joking. So I don't see how somebody can turn from doing well to doing bad.
So you seriously think that he might still be alive?
I would say this, Pac, you never know.
As one Suge Knight was done his interview with TMZ, he would want to further prove his theory about Tupac still being alive. He would have his manager release a never-before-seen interview from decades ago, where he would state the exact same thing, that Tupac was alive and that he was well.
So he was conscious on the way to the hospital?
He was conscious on the way to the hospital, he was conscious in the ambulance, he was conscious after they did the surgery.
What was the last thing that he said to you?
They love him.
As the very weird part was, after Suge Knight released the very old interview, he almost lost his life at a nightclub where a firearm was used in his direction 6 times. Suge Knight was hesitant to tell the police anything, but many believe that it was all connected to him talking to TMZ about Tupac being alive. Even in 2018, Suge Knight's own son would take it to Instagram, stating that Tupac was alive and living in Malaysia, as Suge Knight Jr. was posting several photos of Tupac being alive and making very bold claims, until a few hours went by where he would then post to his Instagram a text conversation where someone said, "You said too much, it's time for you to go." Suge Knight Jr. would then start panicking, posting several photos of Tupac alongside modern day celebrities such as 50 Cent and Beyonce, as it seemed as if someone was going after Suge Jr. for leaking all of this info. Even on the photo with Tupac and Beyonce, Suge Jr. captioned it, "He never left us, but they'll be after me soon." While some believe this was a publicity stunt for Suge Jr. to gain social clout, others believe that it was all factual, as if anyone were to know more about this case, it would be likely Suge Jr., considering his father was right there at the scene. Then in 2010, a rapper named Tretch was interviewed on the topic of Tupac before his show. Tretch and Tupac were very close friends back in the day, but here's where things get weird. After Tretch's interview, the cameraman forgot to stop recording, placing his camera onto the floor. In the footage, you can hear the interviewer asking Tretch about Tupac, to which Tretch responds, "Last time I saw him, he was in Cuba."
So if you ain't ready for it, get on the sidewalk.
One last question. Nobody knows. Y'all good? Yeah, we good. We good. Thanks a lot, man. We good. Last time I saw him, he was in church, man.
Then after doing some investigative research, I was able to find a video from the year 2000, where on a news website showed a video of Tupac supposedly chilling in a parking lot in Cuba.
Look, zoom in. That's Pac, man. He with the outlaw. And Reg from Holla Back is trying to be friendly and get autographs. Holla Back exclusive, baby. Holla Back.
As when you connect all of the evidence to the new police reports of how
It's too much money here. I mean, nobody should be hitting lotto for $36 million and we got people starving in the streets. That is not idealistic. That's just real. That is just stupid. There's no way Michael Jackson should have, or whoever Jackson, should have $1,000,000 billion and then there's people starving. There's no way. There's no way that these people should own planes and their people don't have houses, apartments, shacks, drawers, pants. I know you're rich. I know you got $40 billion, but can you just keep it to one house? You only need one house. And if you only got 2 kids, can you just keep it to 2 rooms? I mean, why have 52 rooms and you know there's somebody with no room? It just don't make sense to me. It don't. And then these people celebrate Christmas. They got big trees, huge trees, all the little trimmings. Everybody got gifts, and then somebody's starving. And they're having a white Christmas. They're having a great Christmas, eggnog and the whole 9. That's not fair to me. Is America gonna help us ever? You know, because, I mean, we know for a long time they haven't. Are they ever?
I was killed with 4 bullets while waiting at the traffic lights. I am Tupac Shakur, an American rapper whose lyrics transcended the boundaries of music and touched the hearts of many people worldwide. This happened on September 7, 1996, after I attended a boxing match between Bruce Seldon and Mike Tyson at the MGM Grand in Las Vegas. Marion, Suge Knight and I were heading to a charity concert at one of Knight's clubs, where I was scheduled to perform. When we stopped at an intersection due to a red light, a white Cadillac pulled up next to us, and a person in the back seat fired 4 shots, hitting me twice in the chest, once in the arm, and once in the thigh. I passed away 6 days later on September 13th in the afternoon. One of the main suspects was Orlando Anderson, a member of a rival gang whom I had beaten up in the MGM Grand lobby. Anderson was briefly questioned by the police, but there was no evidence linking him to the crime. Almost 2 years later, Anderson was killed in a gang-related shootout. Despite the efforts of investigators, my murder remains unsolved, and my death remains one of the greatest mysteries in music history.
I was a revolutionary rapper, actor, and poet whose life was tragically cut short. My name is Tupac Shakur, and this is the story of my life. Born on June 16, 1971, in East Harlem, New York City, I grew up surrounded by the struggles of the black community. My mother, Afeni Shakur, was a prominent member of the Black Panther Party, and her activism influenced my art and my beliefs. In the early 90s, my rap career took off, and I became a voice for the oppressed, speaking out against social injustices and the hardships faced by those living in poverty. My music resonated with millions, and I was soon a global sensation. Despite my success, I faced numerous controversies and legal issues. I was involved in a bitter rivalry between the East Coast and West Coast hip-hop scenes, which fueled tensions within the industry. On September 7, 1996, I was in Las Vegas to attend a Mike Tyson boxing match. After the event, I was riding in a car with Suge Knight, the CEO of Death Row Records, when a white Cadillac pulled up alongside us. Suddenly, a hail of bullets was fired into our car. I was struck multiple times, and after 6 days in the hospital, I succumbed to my injuries on September 13, 1996, at the age of 25. My murder remains unsolved to this day, leaving many to speculate about the circumstances surrounding my death. I am Tupac Shakur, and although my life was cut short, I want my story and my music to continue inspiring change and raising awareness about the social issues that still plague our world today.
Yo, let me take you on a journey through my life and death in under a minute. I was born in East Harlem, but later moved to California's West Coast. My passion for music ignited at an early age, and I became one of the most influential rappers of all time. I used my lyrics to speak out about social issues, inequality, and the struggles of the streets. My music resonated with people worldwide. But with fame came controversy, and I found myself caught up in the midst of feuds and drama. Sadly, on that fateful night of September 7, 1996, in Las Vegas, my life was cut short. Gunshots rang out. Shot in cold blood, I was taken from this world. Please, don't forget me. I am Tupac Shakur, and this is how AI remembers me. To all my fans, if you like this memory of me, give me a thumbs up. And if you want to keep seeing memories like me, take a moment to subscribe to @formerlyfamous. It's free for you and helps us honor more fallen stars. Subscribe now. What fallen star would you like to see honored?